The EFTD, Mr. Arnott has the floor for 2.5 minutes.
A bit like a merry-go-round at a fairground, everything comes back around regular as clockwork once a year. In fact, I could probably save myself a couple of minutes and simply play a recording of last year's speech, because the issues are pretty much the same this year as they are every year. And we know the drill. I could very easily say these are our taxes, that we voted for Brexit, that the EU isn't spending its money efficiently or effectively, but I won't repeat and rehearse all the old arguments. I would note, though, that when politicians focus on the EU budget as a share of GNI, that doesn't tell the whole story to the general public, because the percentage of government spending is of course much higher than the percentage of GNI, and of course other government spending may well entail compliance costs with EU legislation. When I spoke on this subject in committee, and indeed it's been the same in this debate today, I pointed out that the language that we use in these debates seems to be always the language of cuts. It's all about how much a proposed cut here or a cut there is supposed to be. But actually, what we're talking about here is still an increase. And the discussion is it an above inflation increase or is it a below inflation increase? And what I want to see is genuine cuts. And for two reasons. One, of course, with Brexit coming, there will eventually, at one time or another, depending on how negotiations go, there will eventually be a shortfall. And two, I believe that on many projects, it's just better, more efficient to cut out the middleman and for nation states to do things directly themselves. And for saying that in committee, I was accused of populism. So I thought I would take a look at the word populism. I looked it up in the dictionary, and it tells me that populism is support for the concerns of ordinary people and the quality of appealing to or being aimed at ordinary people. And it just strikes me that only in this place could caring about ordinary people possibly be construed as being some kind of insult.